All right, hi, I'm Jeff Browning with Palo Alto Networks with the community team here at Ignite 2016. Got some of the Rockstar community team here, some solution engineers that are here talking with customers. And what do you guys think so far?
Really exciting.
It's been cool. It's been tiring.
Yeah, it's been tiring. You're talking to a lot of people, man. Everyone wants to talk to you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's my first time at Ignite. It's really impressive.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
It is.
A lot of new customers, a lot of people asking some new questions, right? And a lot of existing customers. I was here, last year was my first year, and yours as well,
First
right?
time also, yeah.
And it was kind of cool seeing people, repeat visitors, and
Definitely.
kind of a family affair. Like, hey, how are you? What's going on? It's kind of cool to see that.
Well, second time around, it helps. You have a little bit of experience. You kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
So it helps.
Yeah. So you guys tell me what stood out today. We saw general sessions. We had a lot of conversations with users, some breakout sessions. I mean, you guys have anything that really jumped out today?
No, it was really exciting. You know, coming back the second time, you get to see the changes that have been happening in Palo Alto and how we're continuing to grow. We have 1,000 more people here, roughly, and it's shown. It's been packed out with, you know, from the general sessions to no room. That's why we have to have a new facility next year.
That's right. Changing venues.
So it's great. Everybody coming with lots of different questions, from everything from, you know, general firewall questions to design questions. So it's great to be able to field them and be able to help them learn.
Absolutely. How about you, Kim?
Yeah, for me the most fun part was being at the booth itself and having customers come up to me with questions. That was really awesome. I could show them the new web page that we got online with the new articles and videos. People were really looking forward to that, especially now that 7.1 came out. That's really, really something, well, I was looking forward to. Really, really exciting.
That brings up an interesting point before we get to your highlights of the day so far. You guys have been working on a bunch of 7.1. 7.1 released here at the event.
Yeah.
A lot of features. I saw the feature list in the breakout during some of the general session stuff. A lot of new stuff. You guys have been working on a number of features, articles, tutorials. What?
Plenty.
Plenty, a lot. You guys have been burning the midnight oil. So what's one of the things that you were most excited to kind of get out into the wild, get out into the community that folks could start taking a look at?
I don't know, all of it. There's so much new stuff going on. The whole thing has been a blast.
Yeah.
It's coming from a background in support. You're used to handling a bunch of stuff, and you get this knowledge in the back of your brain. And this is where we get the opportunity to basically launch everything into articles and all kinds of other media that our users can consume. And the feedback's been awesome.
Yeah.
And just the way everything's going right now, it's really looking like it's going to pay off, you know?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of customers coming over to the booth today that were like, okay, I've been on live for a couple of weeks now, and it's been really helpful. We've got products stacked up for several years already, and we used to need to search for information all over the place and didn't really find what we were looking for. Then I discovered live, and now my world is just heavenly.
Yeah.
And that's cool feedback. That's really cool feedback.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Anything you guys have been working on as far as the 7.1 package that is kind of a highlight or was a fun article?
Well, generally the new look is
It is. It's a new look.
It's a new look.
It's like
yeah.
it's made
sharp.
over.
It's really
made
sharp.
Over. Yeah.
And well, customers, they come on to me. Well, they come to the booth and saying, well, yeah, it's new, but especially the ones that were using the beta, because they are already have already seen it.
Right.
They were like, yeah, it needs some time to get used to, but after a few days, they all find it better than the previous look. So that was really fun to hear. Yeah.
It's a complicated thing to do to make that kind of change.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make it not be disruptive for users, but at the same time make it something that they feel like once they kind of turn the corner with it, it feels more productive.
Yeah.
So that's you know, way to go engineering team, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, there was a lot of great new features in it. You know, you mentioned the GUI update, was I was able to do the article and video on. It's great to have. But just all the new features are 7.1. You know, whether it's the global protect features or you know all the different stuff. different features, not necessarily for 7.1, but for Wildfire was featured in the general session to talk all about that, which I featured that in my different what is and how to configure Wildfire. So that's nice.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Any other things that you saw today that really were exciting?
Well, I went to a breakout session about best practices, and that was interesting to see. Most of the stuff that's mentioned is something, again, as someone with a background in support, you kind of know in the back of your head because you've been handling this kind of stuff all the time, and you've received calls from customers that were like looking into some stuff and weren't sure, and you help them along, and it's cool to see that right now there's articles online that basically give users the stuff they need to improve the configuration they already have in place, to streamline the way they are doing things, to get them thinking about how to make their implementation even better. It's good for new users to hit the ground running, and it's good for established users that have been running our gear for years already to rethink their strategy and re-implement a couple of new features that they might have overlooked.
Yeah, because
like Wildfire, for example.
Yeah, and there's the basic, the default stuff, but then once you get, that gets you started, but once you get there's a lot of tweaking and tuning you can do that are best practices.
Yeah, there's a lot of policy out there that's been there since the beginning, and in the meanwhile, so many new features have been added, and customers don't always think about old rules being impacted by new features. And those best practices really dig into that. That's really cool.
Yeah. How was the breakout session interesting? Because one of the things I think that's really cool about this event that really struck me this morning is we had a great general session. You know, Mark McLaughlin spoke, and Nir and Lee showed some new capabilities. Had some great stuff, but there's a real emphasis on getting away from breakouts or the big general session and the big PowerPoint and all that stuff, and actually getting into breakout sessions where people are just getting hands-on experience. I thought it was really cool. There's so much focus on it. Yeah, it
gets into the meat of it, you know. Yeah. Well, you mentioned too, as far as takeaways from it, it's really great to have the hands-on with the people. You know, we're creating the articles, we're creating the videos, but it's like radio. You never hear the feedback. So when you see face to face, you see them, and you know, everything from I've never heard of it before, wow, that's cool, to I love it, I'm there all the time, so great, you know, love that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing that, like you talked about, Kim, that face-to-face connection. Like they read your stuff and
absolutely.
Like, wow, you're Kim, you wrote that. I love that article, it saved my bacon. Right?
On the other hand, there were guys coming over to the booth that had no idea that live existed.
Yeah.
So that was interesting as well, because we actually showed them a way, hey, just register to live. Participate in the discussions, be active, help out other customers that might run into the same issues. Here are some articles, here are some videos. These things can help you out.
I got that feedback from somebody who said that they couldn't find any articles, but in the discussion there was similar. And it wasn't the exact answer that they needed, but they tried it and it fixed their issue.
Well, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Exactly. Giving them stuff to work with, technical materials to help them kind of take it beyond where the basics are. But when you get stuck, it's nice to have people to ask questions to. I think that's one of the things we're seeing, this emergence of active users in the community that are there every day answering questions. And what's kind of cool is that sometimes users actually even know better ideas because they work with it every day in and day out, right?
Sure. Well, that's why it's great that they can participate in the discussion forums, and they have a different outlook. They have a different perspective on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys, Ignite's a good deal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a blast. It's great. Great seeing the customers and stuff. So you in for next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Great. Well, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. It's been awesome. Great day. Got another day tomorrow. But thanks for all the folks we've met. If you watch us later on, and we'll look forward to seeing you all at 2017. If it's not on your calendar, put it on your calendar. The community team, the live community team, will be there, and a lot of other people will be too. So make sure you don't miss out. Thanks again.
See you next year.